Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, it's 𝗙𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗃. Thank you for coming. And for the subscribers, always thank you so much for the love and the support. It always means a lot to me. But also, I would like to remind you guys to please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I just want you to get informed every time I put out something. Yeah, it will really help with the channel and help me as well. So yeah, I really appreciate that. In today's video, this is something that people sent to me to talk about, and it's about this particular person. There's a South African woman. She's a teacher, actually. It is a sad story. It is sad to see. And if you follow me, or if you follow me and my friend Esther, we were on a podcast in Uganda, which is called At Kenganda by 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂滬and we talked about our experience in Dubai, because me and Esther, we were once in Dubai and we gave our experience. So in case you want to watch that episode, it's in the link in the bio, or I'll put it in the link in the bio. So when I see people like this lady coming out and really expressing the things that they are going through, especially in the Asian countries, in the places where I would say African people ignore to talk about, because most of the times, the majority of the time, the only thing that we concentrate on is white racism, white people, and I know it's those things that we need to talk about, but it's so much neglected when it comes to how Asian people treat African people in particular. Because I would excuse if you are a Black American person, or if you are Black from the West, you are maybe sometimes treated differently because they hear the accent and they can assume you grew up from the West. But when it comes to us, in particular Africans, we don't get that privilege. We don't have that privilege. And seeing this lady come out to express her fear, express what she's going through, and still have a feeling of there's not going to be help given, it is sad to see. It is really sad to see.
Hello, my name is 𝗬𝗶𝗀𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂 I'm from South Africa. I'm currently based in Shanghai, China, and I work as a kindergarten teacher. On Wednesday, August 23rd, during a disagreement, the HR manager at my job, a guy, punched me on my face. After he punched me and I was screaming, trying to get out of his office, he pushed me down on the couch, telling me that I needed to sit down. I screamed and I was trying to get my phone so I can take pictures and videos of what was happening. Instead, he grabbed my phone and said he didn't have my phone anymore. I don't know how I got out of the office, but somehow I got out, and I was running in the passage of this kindergarten trying to get help. There were various women there. All of them just watched and did nothing. I managed to run to the stairs, but by the time I got to the stairs, he was already there, and he was preventing me from going past him. I was screaming, but he was pulling me, preventing me from leaving. I don't know what came to my head, but I thought about a different exit, and I ran towards the different exit, but he was chasing me. And during the time that he was chasing me, he was singing a song, humming a song, as though to distract me in case, so that I can fall and he can catch me. I managed to get out of the building, and there was another lady outside the building shouting for the securities officers to close the gate so I wouldn't get out. But what happened is the security officer made a mistake. Instead of closing the gate, he opened the gate, and then I ran, managing to get out. By the time I got out, I had no shoes on, no socks on. They had taken my phone. I had no bag on. It was just me and nothing on my hands. I didn't know what to do, so I started walking on the streets, and I came across a young Chinese lady. Asked her if she spoke English, and she said yes. I asked her to call the cops. She called the cops arrived, and we went back to the kindergarten. When we arrived at the kindergarten, they had gathered everything that belonged to me in a table, telling me that the reason why they were preventing me from leaving is because they wanted me to calm down so they can call the cops to resolve the issue, despite the fact that I wasn't feeling safe, and that is why I wanted to run away. Then the guy who had punched me told the cops that he did not punch me, that I hit my eye on the couch. I asked them to release the CCTV footage of the building while I was running, and they said they don't have it. We went to the police station, At the police station, the vice principal who saw everything happen said that she didn't see anything, and that when this guy might have hit me, she was on the phone, so she didn't see anything. When I arrived there, the cops basically told me that my visa is expiring next week and I do not have proof that this guy has hit me, and therefore I needed to settle. Feeling like I didn't have a choice, I ended up settling for compensation. I'm making this video because there are so many of us out here who are suffering under the hands of our employers, who continue to disobey the law and treat us very poorly. And I'm also making this video because I feel very powerless in this situation. They told me that if I talk to anybody or go to the media about the situation, then they would sue me and I would have to go to jail or get deported. They also threatened to put me on some teachers' blacklist in China so that I would never get a job in China. They also refused to give me any documents that would allow me to work anywhere else in China during this moment. But I'm not okay with just keeping quiet and pretending like this is okay and nothing happened. And I hope if you're seeing this video, you pass it to as many people as possible so that people know that this happens to me.
And this is why I'm so strong on the fact that Africa is so much disrespected, because we don't even have like the leaders that are able to fight for us. Let me take you back, like for myself as a Ugandan, in the times of 2020, in the corona times, when corona outbreak happened, we had Ugandans that were stuck in China and everything was closed. There was nothing that nothing was moving. I'm sure you all know about that situation. And then we were in Uganda and we saw African people being chased away from Chinese restaurants, hotels, places of fun. They were literally discriminated, and they made it seem like it's Africans that caused the coronavirus itself in China. And we excuse that. We don't talk about that, because now this is a woman, an African woman, a South African woman, in fear of her life for what happened to her in China. Let me assume if this was a white woman, I don't think in any way or form she would be hit by a Chinese person, by a Chinese man, and it would be laid to slide. I don't think so. But because she is African and they know she's from Africa, where they know we have leaders, we have governments that don't even fight for their own people, they can do whatever they want. They come in our countries and do the same thing, mistreat us, nothing happens to them. When we still go to their countries to look for greener pastures, let's say, we are still treated the same way. When I was in Dubai myself, I never experienced racism from a white person, but I experienced it a lot from the Asian people. Pakistanis, Indians, Filipinos, they were the worst people to be with. They would treat you like they are above you. They know things more than you. They would act like they are more superior than you. So when we want to focus on just one group of people and then let our own people be mistreated and still have no help and still keep quiet about it, I don't think Africa is going to go anywhere. Like, this lady really touched me as a person who traveled before to a different country, especially an Arab country. I can truly understand what she's going through. Majority of the time, I hear news on Ugandan news on how Ugandan women in particular lose their lives, lose their organs from their bodies when they go to Asian countries, when they go to Arab nations, and that is silenced. It is silenced. So we concentrate so much on white racism, all those things, and then we leave this other group of people that are still doing the same thing as the white people, or even worse today than the white people themselves. It's really sad that these things are still happening in 2023, but because we are Africans who have no one to fight for us, we just have to deal with it, and no consequences can happen to the people that harm us. It's crazy. It's really sad, guys. Let me know what you think about this. I do send love to that woman and hope she comes back safely. I hope she comes back home, and I hope she really gets the help that she needs. I would say Asian racism and Arab racism, especially Asian racism on Africans or black people, is worse today than the white racism, because we all know about the white racism. There's nothing new. We are learning every day, and we are seeing that they were terrible in their time, they are still terrible today, but like the worst ones of this generation, if I'm to be really honest about it, I would say it's the Asians. And it's really sad. It's like a lot of things that especially African women pass through, and it's just ignored because what, you're just African. And it's sad that that's how people see us. They don't see any value when it comes to us, particularly African women. I don't think it would have happened to another race of woman and let you slide. I don't think so. Guys, that was it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.